Too easy. All right, here we are, FightHype.com with an exclusive George Kambosos Jr. all the way from Florida in the US. Mate, how are we?
Look, we're doing good, man. Obviously it's been a crazy, week and a bit, but, we remain focused. The hunger is the sky high. It's even more hungrier than what I was before the fight because of everything that's happened. So, you remain focused and you keep that tunnel vision no matter what.
Mate, tomorrow it was 2 weeks to the day when you found out that your opponent tested positive for COVID. I want to ask a couple of questions because you haven't really done a lot of media and a lot of other stuff. And thank you, obviously, today for giving this to us. What was your first thoughts?
Look, first, obviously, I try to stay clear of the media for about a week and a bit because, I never want to run on emotion. I'd rather just overthink everything and make sure that everything that I say is properly, not from emotion. Because at that time, man, when I first heard it, it was pretty, it was incredible. I was like, this can't be happening. This is bullshit. We had just arrived. We had arrived to the Conrad, the beautiful hotel, the Fight Hotel. We've seen all the beautiful, how the event was going to be done, the posters, the media was rocking up, the undercard was rocking up. And obviously, I'm the headline. It was incredible. And I got into my nice suite and, was just soaking up the moment. All of a sudden, I get a message from my great manager, Peter Khan. He goes, "Can you come to my room, please, quickly?" I said, all right. So me and my father went up and all of a sudden, I could just see on his face, man, there was something up. I go, "What's wrong, Pete? What's going on?" He goes, "Just sit down." Hey, what's up, man? He goes, "Lopez has tested positive for COVID." So, the rest after that is pretty much a blur, man. A lot of swear words, a lot of, frustration. To happen 4 days out from the fight is a real, it's a tough pill to swallow. But, I was ready to get on that jet, man, and fly to Vegas and go find him right then and there. That's how much,
Really?
How much this meant to me. I go, "Get me on a private jet right now. I'm coming looking for him. This is bullshit." But, it is what it is. He got it. There's a lot of theories. There's a lot of, people talking out of their ass, but he did get it. Now, him getting it is a very immature. The responsibilities as an elite athlete, that's what, frustrates me. But, I'm remaining focused. I'm staying focused. And at the end of the day, I'm mandatory. The contracts are signed. And, he's going to see me no matter what, and I'm going to see him.
George, did you sort of, after you had that first, couple of days with yourself, Jim, and obviously Peter, and even to assistant coach Mick Ackaway, you sort of come down. How did it feel on that Saturday mentally and also physically the Saturday when you got to the fight, when there wasn't a fight? How was George Kambosos mentally that day?
Look, on purpose, I, went and done a test, a COVID test, just to prove to the world. Obviously, I did post it that, hey, I'm here. I'm at the Fight Hotel. I'm ready to fight today. And obviously, everyone saw my negative results. So there was nothing on my behalf that I affected this fight. I was there ready to fight. I had put 110% in, and it happened. It is what it is. And at the end of the day, we life goes on. It is what it is, and we stay focused. My tunnel vision, like I said, is incredible. And on that Saturday, I put in a hell of a session. Yeah. I trained. Literally, when I found out that the fight was off and he had tested positive, I trained that night, and I continued training, continue my work, and that's the kind of athlete I am. That's the kind of fighter I am.
George, you will stay on, obviously, for the potential date, which is obviously August the 14th. The reset button, fighters sometimes taper. Is it just going to be full steam for you now? Just keep going through, because you've been through this before with Selby. Selby's date got pushed back, even though you're in Australia. Where you are now is like your home anyway. It'll be full steam ahead right now through to August.
Look, anyone that knows me and sees the way I train, I train full steam ahead every session.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I'm, 10 weeks out from a fight or, a couple of days out from a fight. I'm full steam ahead. My coach has got to try to pull me back because, I love this. This is my love. I grind hard, and that's the way I am. So, look, we're just remaining focused. we're putting in the work. We're perfecting, my craft. I'm getting better and better. Every day I'm getting better and better, and the thing with him, he's got COVID. He's an asthmatic as well. So he ain't going to get no better. More than he's going to get worse. So he's in a worse situation. I'm in a great situation. And no matter what, doesn't matter if the fight takes 3 months, 4 months, takes a year. I'll be ready. And at the end of the day, no one remembers how long the fight took. They remember who became the undisputed champion.
George, teach me. I was in America, obviously, last year, came back from Florida, did my house quarantine. Tell me about Teofimo Lopez and Senior, because I see, and we'll get to Lopez Senior in a second, but I see him yesterday, and it's only just been 2 weeks. If he was with his son, do they have to quarantine, or what are the rules? Like, I don't know. I don't get that. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that Teofimo didn't have COVID. It's been proven he did. He's been very quiet. We know he's been, no one can find him. Like, where is he? But the old man's out. The father, Senior Lopez, he's out and about. Didn't he have to quarantine as well, or what happened there?
Man, the father is an absolute clown. The guy is Bonzo the Clown. That's who he is. He was at the bar at the Fight Hotel. They had arrived early. They were all there. And he was at the bar every single night, drinking at the bar at the Fight Hotel. Just enjoying their time like they had won the fight. They had their victory like they were happy. And your son just cost, Triller, millions of dollars. Your son just stuffed up, huge event. And you got the, to show your face around. That's the kind of person he is. He's out there. He's talking, so much rubbish. His mouth, is trying to cash checks, but his son's not going to be able to cash him, because he's trying to make fights happen. Obviously, we all saw yesterday about Lomachenko, but at the end of the day, you can fight Lomachenko, no problem. I'm looking forward to seeing the rematch. But guess what? Ain't going to be with no belts. No belts is going to be on the line. So let's see how much of a good fight that is when there's nothing on the line, because I've taken everything. Look,
exactly. But
you see how he reacts. You see the guy he is on interviews. The guy's probably 30 drinks deep every time he does an interview, and he's a clown. That's it. He's a big clown. And to be honest, I don't feel bad for Lopez, but it's pretty sad that he's got that guy representing him. How can you have a guy like that representing, go into fights, talking so much smack, creating other fights when your son is supposedly dying from COVID and on his deathbed? So it's a sad affair, and at the end of the day, that's their problem. At the end of the day, I know that I'm going to whip this boy when I get him.
George, that 4 or 5 days out when he did get the COVID results, where was Teofimo and his old man? Were they still in Vegas, or they'd actually got to Florida?
Lopez was in Vegas. He was in Vegas with his wife, and Senior was at the Fight Hotel.
Okay, so he probably doesn't need. I answer my question. He didn't. We've had a lot of questions from the Noonan boy.
You don't know, because at the end of the day, they say that they have such a tight relationship and they're together all the time, and it's his head trainer. You'd think when Junior got the COVID, Senior would have it as well. But he's been out and about. Like I said, he was at the bar 24/7 every single night until he flew back home. And look, if I was him, I would have flown back home straight away. I wouldn't want to show my face. After his son just cost, a huge fight. But look, that's their problem, man. I don't really care about these guys. I focus on myself.
Lopez Senior getting back to quite vocal. A lot of talk yesterday, and I was actually a little bit disappointed in Lomachenko too, because I thought Lomachenko, and this is just from a reporter, journalist point of view, is you have had your chance with Lopez. You were disappointing for 7 rounds and then decided to bring it. Talk about Lopez, Lomachenko too, and George Kambosos' thoughts on the respect factor of that.
Look, at the end of the day, I don't care. I've been disrespected this whole preparation, this whole, he's been talking about all these different guys, and what's one more guy that he's going to talk about? Big deal. At the end of the day, like I said, I'm looking forward to the rematch. Let him have the rematch. But there is going to be no belts on the line. I'm taking all them belts off him. I tell you, this is, he's got to pay for this. I'm going to make him pay for all the stuffing around. You got to remember that I flew my pregnant wife over. I had some people come over as well from my team to be there. I sacrificed 13 weeks away from my family, from my kids, for one irresponsible kid to go and get COVID. Why did I not get COVID? Why was my team so smart? Why? Because we made sure we followed the protocols. We made sure that every training session, every media interview we had to do, everything was perfect. And that's why we came in as a team, all negative.
Bob Arum yesterday as well. 4 months ago, Lopez and Bob Arum, there was a little bit of tiff there, even to the point where his own promotional company had been quite vocal about him and his father's movements. Then yesterday, you see him like his own thing. What was your thoughts? I know you've been vocal about Bob before. What was your thoughts on Bob Arum's sort of media stuff that he was sort of getting pumped up about it as well?
Well, Bob's 89, 90 years of age. He can't remember what he done yesterday. So it doesn't really matter to me. At the end of the day, it's all a front. That's all it is. It's all a front. And Bob does not care about Lopez or Lomachenko. Bob cares about making money. So he's just thinking about the dollar signs, but he's forgetting what's in the way. He's forgetting the Spartan warrior who's going to derail everything. So you know what? Let them have their fight. Like I've been saying, they can have their fight once I'm done with Lopez. But let's see how big it is, because I'll tell you, there'll be no belts on the line and no one's going to give a damn. And then watch. Lomachenko's going to come running. Bob Arum's going to come running. You watch them all come running. But you know what? I'd like to give Lomachenko a shot. And before yesterday, I was pretty adamant that when I win these belts, I'll probably give Lomachenko a shot in Australia. But after seeing the disrespect, and he wants that rematch so bad, well, then go have that rematch first.
Does it become more personal now too, George, with obviously the family situation that you've had people come over, return? He's, derailed the whole plan of the fight being on June the 19th now. Is it really now going to make you pay for all this?
Look, it's never personal for me. It's always business. At the end of the day, when you make it personal, you start to lose focus on what you're trying to achieve and what you have to do as a fighter. But there is a lot more, a lot more hunger. I'm a caged lion right now. For everything that's happened, for all the bullshit, I really want to take this kid out, man. I can't wait. And let's see. I want him at 110%. I don't want no excuses after the fight. So if that means the fight has to get pushed back to whenever it has to get pushed back, so be it. I don't care about all these rematches and bullshit they're talking about. I'm the mandatory. I earn my shot, and we're going to get it on.
The other big fight that happened, obviously, coming back now, I think it'd be close to 4 or 5 weeks ago, Devin Haney versus Linares. Was a good fight for 6 or 7 rounds, and Haney sort of slipped into sort of a different sort of a world that we had seen him in before. Some people questioned the power, and then obviously, he got the victory in there. What were your thoughts on Devin Haney versus Linares?
Yeah, it was a good win from Devin Haney. I'm not gonna knock him. Good win, box smart, used his skills. Not the biggest puncher in the division. You can see it. He lands flush shots, and the guys are still there. But then again, he showed that if he gets hit with a good shot on the chin, he can be hurt. And it showed Linares the old bull that he is.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to take nothing. I'm not a hater, man. I'll never take nothing away from a good win, a good performance. And like I said, he's got that version of the WBC title, and he's a possible guy that I like to fight straight after I win all the belts. There's been a lot of different guys, but if people are going to disrespect me, then when I have all the belts, I'll go to the guy that makes sense.
Because his name's come up, we talk about now, obviously Bob and the team at Top Rank are running around Vegas now talking about this Lomachenko 2 fight, which I think is absolutely disrespectful and just silly. But that's boxing. This is boxing. And 2, Haney's name's come up a fair bit with the Lopez thing as well. And once again, Teofimo Lopez has got a fight with George Kambosos. I don't know why they keep saying it. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, look, all the attention's pretty much now gone on to Lopez and Lomachenko. So it's pretty disrespectful to the whole division. Disrespectful to myself, because obviously I'm fighting Lopez. Disrespectful to Haney because he's got a version of the title, but they're trying to shut him out. Disrespectful to Ryan Garcia. Disrespectful to Gervonta Davis. So it's like they're trying to keep it all in house on that side. Well, it ain't gonna be like that. But I'm gonna take all them belts, and then you know what? I'll do what I want to do. I'll make the biggest fights possible.